I've been said
knocked
that.
him the out. And it's a reason why,
Hear the
you know
shit.
what I mean, they went the other way. Stop playing with
Thank
me.
you. Thank you.
Stop playing with me. Nigga, real
Yeah.
boxing motherfuckers know
No.
why they went the
That's-
other way.
yeah.
He wasn't ready yet. He needed a couple of more fights, they said. Stop playing. Y'all be
Come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. We already said
That's
that.
right.
He
That's
said
right.
I was fine.
But I don't know.
It ain't his time. Brian
That's
said the
right.
same thing. It ain't his time yet.
And I be trying to be nice because I support the young fella and all that, and he black and shit. I want to see him succeed.
That's my
But
thing.
niggas can't come up to me and do the same that they can do with other niggas. Niggas don't do that with me. I would slap the piss out of niggas' face. Niggas know who to play with.
But that was also what I said. That his career is already there.
Niggas don't even really be saying my name. They be like, oh, I'm with everybody. I'm on everybody. I would stop everybody. Niggas say my name. Niggas say I knocked Terrence Crawford out.
Lie. He also said he was 10 steps ahead of you. There seems to be some friction there. I know it's something that dates back. Are you surprised to see this after a win of that caliber?
No, I don't even care. None of that stuff don't bother me.
But it's okay. I'm happily retired, and I don't see myself.
Terrence Crawford recognized that Jaron Ennis is entering a stage where he can finally command the spotlight for himself. Crawford expressed strong support for Ennis moving forward, wishing him success and making it clear that he wants to see the young contender reach his full potential in boxing.
It's Boost era. I pray and hope that, you know, he take it to the extreme. I pray nothing but success for him and his family, you know, and all in all, it's all about competitiveness, and people want to see, you know, this generation, how would they do with the previous generation? The same way with people comparing me to Floyd. We'll never fight, you know, so I wish him nothing but the best. I want to see him succeed.
When asked about their recent exchanges online, Jaron Ennis showed no interest in keeping that situation alive. He made it clear that Crawford is part of an earlier chapter, while his attention is focused on creating the next phase of his own career. Instead of wasting time on social media arguments or boxing politics, Ennis wants to stay focused on what comes next.
It was like, when I left the ring, I didn't have no cuts, no bumps, my eyes wasn't swollen, like nothing. Like I went in the ring the same way. I went in the ring and came out the ring the same exact way. So, I don't know, it is what it is.
Right after the fight, Terrence Crawford tweets, "I'm gonna keep my comments to myself, but y'all get it, I hope." What did you make of that?
I ain't worried about what nobody got going on. That don't stuff don't bother me. I be like, you know, what's in front of me and these other champions, and I'm like I said, I'm here to go this division, this sport, this game mine.
But it does seem like there's something there. I can't lie. He also said he was 10 steps ahead of you. There seems to be some friction there. I know it's something that dates back. Are you surprised to see this after a win of that caliber?
No, I don't even care. None of that stuff don't bother me.
But it would be a massive fight, right? I feel like he's going to come back at some point, and I think that you could be the guy to bring him back. That's a big money fight for you.
We'll see. As of right now, he retired. So he what do you say? He said he joined his retirement, right? So
yeah.
Crawford later recalled challenging promoter Eddie Hearn to prove how strongly he believed in a potential fight involving Jaron Ennis. According to Crawford, this conversation happened before the Canelo opportunity was even seriously considered. Crawford said he wanted Hearn to put his own money behind the matchup if he truly had complete confidence in his fighter. When Hearn refused to financially support the bout, Crawford took that response as a clear indication of where Hearn really stood. For Crawford, the issue was settled, and he saw no reason to continue arguing about it.
Huge.
Eddie been talking about that for a long time. But the crazy thing about it is I told Eddie, I said, Eddie, this is before Canelo. I said, Eddie, you keep talking about this fight so much. Put your money up. Eddie said, I'm not paying for that fight. I said, why not? You believe in your fighter? I'm not paying for that fight. I said, I rest my case.
Okay.
I won't talk about it.
Jaron Ennis acknowledged that a showdown with Terrence Crawford could become the biggest financial opportunity of his career. Still, he refuses to let the surrounding drama control his attention. Ennis also rejected the suggestion that Crawford has something against him, saying that he simply does not concern himself with outside opinions. He would rather focus on his own career, and has made it clear that he does not want every interview to turn into another Crawford discussion.
Yeah, you could say that probably, but there's other big fights out here for sure too, though. So
Do you consider him a hater?
I don't consider him anything. I don't even care. Like I hear people just keep asking me questions about it. I don't even pay him no mind. I don't pay none of these people no mind. Don't ask me no questions about him, for real. That's how I feel.
I understand. It's just new stuff, you know, when that's being tweeted like seconds after the fight, it's hard not to ask you about it. You understand, right?
No, for sure, but I don't be caring. That's why.
Crawford has also identified something in Ennis's approach that he believes needs to change. He warned Ennis against constantly choosing to exchange punches when there is no need to do so. Crawford recognizes that Ennis possesses tremendous speed and explosive ability, but believes the young fighter can sometimes become too aggressive and turn exchanges into unnecessary brawls. As Ennis moves deeper into elite competition, Crawford's message is that natural athleticism alone will not guarantee success.
He's faster than most, he's more explosive than most, but at the same time, he's shown in the past that he can get careless and that he's going out there just to fight, you know, and I don't think when you get higher and higher, that's going to be enough.
Eddie said this would be a massive fight, you versus.
After coming off his victory over Xander Zayas, Jaron Ennis remains determined to establish himself within his own division. Rather than allowing the Crawford storyline to dominate his career, Ennis has encouraged fans to stop bringing Crawford into every conversation, and instead pay attention to the challenges he is currently pursuing.
Terrence Crawford throughout the build-up to this fight, but he did tweet something that definitely seemed like in relation to this fight without saying much, but you know, given a tweet right after the fight. Any response to Terrence Crawford, who had something to say?
Yeah, we ain't worried about retired. You know, we focus on tasking and taking over this division. We ain't worried about retired fighters.
Yeah, y'all keep on throwing Terrence up. Terrence, he retired. Leave Terrence alone. Let him do what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Have fun and enjoy his family.
Ennis continues to remain focused on his own mission. He has shown little desire to look backward toward Terrence Crawford and is instead concentrating on the active champions and top fighters who stand between him and his next major achievement. For Ennis, the priority is building his own resume rather than chasing someone else's legacy.
But as you know, I was standing down there, you know, trying to, you know, be undisputed down there, and those guys are down there playing around, and so I had to, you know, move up, and then I think that was the best decision I made, because I think I would have stayed that way for too long.
I gotta ask you this, like, I know you be tired of talking about Bud, but I remember a couple weeks ago, there's a Gillian Wallow put out a video, and Bud was on the other side saying, I would knock the Boots out. Like, did you watch that, and what was your reaction to that?
Oh man, I'm in camp. I don't even worry about what he retired. I ain't worry about what nothing he got going on. I'm locked in. I'm focused on what tasking him, and that's Xander Zayas. I'm locked in on that.
Does part of you still want to fight him though?
I'm not.
You're not thinking about it.
Say that one more time.
I said, does part of you still wish you can fight him?
He's a retired fighter.
John Porter offered his perspective based on first-hand experience against Terrence Crawford. Porter explained that stepping into the ring with Crawford showed him just how advanced the former champion's overall skill set really was. While Porter sees enormous potential in Jaron Ennis, he believes Ennis still has some distance to cover before reaching the level of Crawford's ring intelligence and technical development.
It's such a special fight because you got two alpha males in the ring that are true alpha males. You know what I mean? I was an alpha male until I got in the ring with that dude.
It just
that dude, like, it was like the more he wasn't allowing me to do what he wasn't. And it was like, damn, okay. Well then, you know.
You had one of them in eights and the other in sparring?
I don't know, because that dude hit me with a right hand in the sparring, and I was like, I was like.
Even with that comparison, Porter believes the styles of Crawford and Ennis could produce an unforgettable fight. He does not expect the matchup to end quickly with one fighter overwhelming the other. Instead, Porter sees the possibility of a highly tactical contest where both men constantly adjust and search for openings. The fight could feature elite counterpunching, exceptional timing, sudden changes in speed, and creative combinations throughout. Rather than a simple shootout, Porter expects the kind of technical battle that could keep boxing fans talking long after the final bell.
No, because Terrence is just...
Somebody gets stopped.
I don't know. this fight right here, if this fight were to happen this year, it will go down in history as one of the classic fights that go with the Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns, that go with the Ray Leonard and all of those
You know
guys.
what fight I always thought these two would resemble
What
in
fight?
their own way? Was when James Toney would fight Mike McCallum.
Oh, wow.
And they would have, go watch those fights. You will see the highest level of exchanges in
Yeah.
box.
Don't.
Yeah. Counter. Like just
with speed.
And Bradley looked at the situation from a business perspective and offered Ennis some straightforward advice. He pointed out that success in modern boxing is not determined by talent alone, because financial decisions and career planning matter just as much. Bradley believes Ennis should stop pursuing Crawford and concentrate on taking the best available fights. Staying active, increasing his earnings, and strengthening his own name should be the main priorities. Crawford has already built an elite resume, so Bradley believes Ennis would benefit more from creating his own route to the top instead of constantly being connected to Crawford.
Because trust me, this game is more business than sport.
So what do you do if you're Boots? What do you do to get those?
You look to maximize your money and fight somebody that's willing to step in the ring with you. Maximize what you get. Don't worry about what the other guys get. Just to get active. He's getting forgotten. Just chasing. Why is he chasing Crawford? Don't chase the bag. Make yourself a name. Make a name for yourself. You know, he just want to go straight to the top, and it's like, bro, Crawford's on a different level, different pay scale. You know, Crawford's at the penthouse. This kid is.
Shakur Stevenson also gave Jaron Ennis plenty of credit, describing him as one of the most talented fighters in boxing. However, Stevenson did not agree with automatically presenting Ennis as the next Terrence Crawford. He argued that every great fighter develops an individual identity, and comparisons can sometimes ignore what makes each boxer unique. Stevenson has known Ennis for a long time and said he has always believed in his ability, viewing him as a legitimate championship-level talent.
For Boots Ennis, Eddie, a couple other people, called Boots the natural successor to Terrence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terrence Crawford. I think Boots his own fighter, Terrence his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years. And
Max Kellerman examined what could potentially change Crawford's mind about returning for an Ennis fight. He suggested that Ennis's performance against Xander Zayas could play an important role in that possibility. A dominant performance could make the matchup more attractive, while a disappointing showing might weaken the argument for it. The discussion also highlighted Crawford's competitive personality and his impressive victory over Canelo as reasons he could still feel motivated to compete again, even after talking about retirement.
Totally dominant against Zayas. Crawford hasn't fought now in a year. He's almost 40 years old. If Boots looks vulnerable against Zayas,
he won't do it. Crawford ain't doing that.
I don't know. But here's the other thing. Just me saying that out loud. If Crawford hears a couple people saying that, he'll come back and fight him no matter what, right?
Yeah. But if you turn down that money from Canelo, and you can easily beat him again, because you just.
He hasn't been out of the ring that long. I'm not saying he's retired yet. I know he's saying I think he believes it, but
I'm saying
he's a fighter.
He dominated Canelo, the great Canelo. He dominated him, no shot for Canelo. And they offered him more money, and they begged him to come back, which would be easier fight if he did it. He didn't do that.
Showbiz challenged fans who suddenly began arguing that Crawford would have easily dominated Jaron Ennis, especially after Crawford had already stepped away from active competition. He pointed out that the same matchup had previously been dismissed by some fans who claimed there was not enough interest in seeing it. From his perspective, Crawford versus Ennis would have carried much more meaning if it had happened while both men were active and at the height of their careers. Once one fighter has already moved away from boxing, the circumstances surrounding the fight become completely different.
Is all of you booty buddies out there talking about, hey, Terrence Crawford will whoop Boots. Boots ain't ready for Terrence Crawford. Shut your asses up. Shut your asses up. Shut your asses up. Because we were saying this a while back, a year ago, even more than that. Terrence Crawford versus Boots, and what y'all say? There's no money in it. Nobody want to see that. Nobody want to see that. So now that everybody's past it, here come y'all booty buddies. Hey, Terrence Crawford whoop his ass. Don't talk now. He's retired now. It's over now. You ain't want to see it before, then shut your ass up now. This is the no bull jive episode. Get that shit out of here. We wanted Boots versus Terrence Crawford right after Errol Spence, and then he can fight.
Showbiz continued by recognizing everything Terrence Crawford has accomplished, while also questioning whether the former champion has any real intention of returning. If Crawford remains retired, then a fight with Jaron Ennis becomes increasingly unlikely. At the same time, Showbiz stressed that Ennis is still an extremely dangerous fighter capable of testing the best names in the sport. He believes the attention should now shift toward Ennis's future opportunities, including a possible matchup with Sebastian Fundora that could present a serious challenge.
Wait, the guy's retired, all right? Terrence Crawford ain't coming back. He was great. He's definitely a special fighter, all-time great fighter, but he's gone. He's retired. So Boots versus Bud will never happen. Forget about it.
I don't worry about coming back to prove anything, because me coming back and proving something to people that it doesn't matter, what never matters. To credit Boots, like, he's a tremendous talent and he's no walk in the park for no one.
Boots right now is doing the proper thing and negotiating with Fundora, and that shit's a barn burner. I have no idea who wins that. I'm damn near leaning towards Fundora.
Andre Royer also pushed back against the idea that a Crawford-Ennis fight is still likely to happen. Although he understands why fans remain fascinated by the possibility, Royer emphasized the extraordinary level Crawford reached during his career. His victory over Canelo after moving through multiple weight divisions added another remarkable achievement to his resume. In Royer's view, Crawford has already separated himself from most of his peers, making a comeback against Ennis far more complicated than fans might assume.
Realistic, you think, or they're just like, nah, it's not gonna happen?
Of course it's not gonna happen. Listen, my man TC did the unthinkable, the unbelievable, the unimaginable. He knocked off Canelo from 3 weight classes below. And I'm TC all the way.
But if he doesn't decide to retire, sticks around, maybe tries to fully unify 160, is there a world where you could see Jaron Ennis and Terrence getting it on because there's just so much attention for it?
Well, I think it's attention, but Terrence is on another.
Bob Arum focused on one of Crawford's biggest advantages, describing him as an exceptionally complete fighter who would require an equally exceptional opponent to defeat. Arum highlighted Crawford's ability to operate comfortably from both orthodox and southpaw positions. Fighters can spend an entire camp preparing for one stance, only to find themselves facing a completely different puzzle when Crawford switches during the fight. That adaptability forces opponents to adjust on the spot, and is a major part of what makes Crawford so difficult to solve.
It would take a real wizard to beat him. Crawford has something that no other fighter around has, and people haven't commented on it, and that is he fights equally well as a southpaw or as a right-hander. And so when you train for a fight, usually the fighter he's fighting trains for him as a orthodox fighter, right-handed fighter. And so from the first round on, he'll turn southpaw, and the guy isn't.
Bolmack offered a more measured prediction about Jaron Ennis's future. He believes Ennis has the talent and opportunity to establish a major legacy, but thinks it is still too soon to declare that the sport has officially entered the Ennis era. Other elite fighters remain active at the highest level, including Shakur Stevenson and Naoya Inoue. Because of that, Bolmack views the current period as a generation packed with multiple elite stars, rather than an era controlled by one fighter alone.
With you who understands multi-divisions, like, do you kind of see Jaron kind of being one of those next guys, if anything, kind of following the footprints of?
I think he have to. I mean, he's a great fighter. He can start his own era like what he's doing now, but he got a lot of guys he got to compete with, like Shakur. He got Inoue. Those guys are young and still fighting. So I ain't gonna really call it the Boots era. I just think he's a.
So now the question goes to you. If Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford ever meet, who do you believe comes out on top? Share your prediction in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more boxing news, opinions, and updates.